Hello.
Hello.
It's Thursday. We
What time?
finished lunch. It's 1 o'clock.
Very good.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. It's a good lunch. Glad to
It's,
have you with us,
it's
as
about the same
always.
thing every day you eat, almost. Almost
No,
every day.
we do pretty. I wouldn't call it a rut, but
No, it's not a rut.
it's
We're just boring. Well,
sandwich and chips and something to drink.
and a piece of fruit.
So yeah, and a piece of fruit. That's not what we are going to talk about
No.
today, but sometimes when we are having lunch, or sometimes even in the evening when we're watching TV or listening to the news, or so, we have a tendency to play brain games.
No, not we. Not we.
What do you mean?
And not sometimes. You all the time. And I don't know how you do it. The TV is on, we're watching a movie, and you're playing a brain game on your phone.
Well, you are too
No, I do
sometimes.
my brain games in quiet and usually
Oh,
in the
wait,
morning,
whoa,
morning or
whoa.
afternoon, quiet.
Time out. Because sometimes when you're sitting on the couch next to me and you've got one of your brain games,
I might
when
be,
you're playing the game, I hear this bing, 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 because it registers.
no, I
But
do, but then I'm not watching that TV show. You're watching a show that I don't want to watch.
oh, so you're doing the brain game
So
next
I'm
to
doing
me,
the brain
and I'm
game next
listening to
to
the
you.
bing, bing, bing.
But actually, I'm trying to use my headphones and you can still hear it if I have headphones on?
Sometimes I can,
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
So what are some of the brain games that you like?
Well, I have an app. I subscribe to an Elevate app. And it's
Okay,
got all sorts of brain games on that. So I do that a lot. And I also do on my computer on my desk. I do the AARP app. And they have all sorts of brain games.
yeah.
They're really into it because you take a test and you have to place as to where you are on the spectrum, so to speak. And then you play games depending on how you tested. And then you have to retest in a few months to see if you don't. It's a little much, but
And some of them are what, mix and match? And you have to do it, see how quickly you can complete the field.
right, within a certain amount of time.
Yeah,
And it's matching the same words that mean the same thing, synonyms
yeah.
or antonyms. You know what's a really good game from memory? I hate it, but it's really good. Where they say pretend you're in a restaurant and you have a waitress and it is you and three other people. So there's four of you. And you need to listen or read on the computer what
Yeah.
everybody's having, how everybody's ordering, and then they go blank. It goes blank.
And ask you a
And then
question,
ask you a
what
question.
did Sally order?
Yeah, did Sally order soup or salad? And what did you order? And what that it's absolutely, that's wonderful. Or they show you faces, two guys and two girls. They have names and then they go blank, they go dark, and they try and they show you a picture. Is this Sally? And you're thinking, well, yeah, was that Sally or was that Margaret? And is this Jim? Well, but this Jim doesn't have a mustache like the other Jim that I was looking at, so
Oh,
maybe that's not Jim. And you have to try and remember that
so
the
these
physical,
are
activities.
memory challenging
And
type games.
they're really good for you, but they're not easy.
Yeah.
Cause maybe it's me, but I find them challenging.
And I do some word games.
Yeah, you do a lot of work.
Yeah, some I do word games that are sometimes uh, search, word search, where it's got all the letters and all, and it says there's five items. They give you a clue, geography,
Mhm.
and so you have to find a four-letter word, a 5-letter, and a 7-letter word, and it could be horizontal,
Right.
vertical, or diagonal.
Now, can you set that game so that when you pick the answer to that one question, okay, it'll show you if you're right,
It comes up, yeah, it'll come up
you don't have
because
to wait till
it's
the end.
like a crossword, it'll show it on the screen.
Right, right,
Right.
okay,
But
yeah, I have that.
invariably, if you've got to try and find 5 words, you're sitting there because there's usually a 4 or 5 letter word that you're seeking,
Mhm.
up, down,
Right,
crosswise, whatever, and you're looking, now, you can go in and you can use a hint. I
yeah,
try to avoid that at all
yeah,
costs. I think just go ahead, keep looking and
Mhm.
looking and looking. It's for eye coordination to
uh-huh,
do that. I do the same thing with a mathematical, like a mathematical crossword. It gives you all of the answers, like there might be 20 different numbers. And you look up there and it'll say, 8 minus what equals 2. And
oh,
so you look, oh, okay, there's a 6. So you
yeah,
go and you put the 6
right,
in that
that's good,
place.
that's good.
Something times something equals this. And it's crossing up and down. And so it's challenging your visual ability without
Mhm.
sitting with a piece of paper and a pencil to do the math problems.
When it comes up math for me, because I have visualization, I have memory, I have definitions, all sorts of
Yeah.
things. But when it comes up for the math part, it gives you a choice that you could swap for another game. I never
You
choose
you
math.
you swap all the time.
All the time. I don't
Well,
even know what the math is like.
well,
It
you
could be
should,
very
but you
easy.
should try and find
I
out if it
should.
has levels. And you
I
could
should.
start with level 1
No,
or something.
it's always whatever they give you,
Oh,
that's what
just
it is.
take it or leave it,
Right,
right?
and so I leave it.
Well, and you and I both have been doing Sudoku for
Yeah,
years and years and years, and the difference being you do Sudoku in a book with a pencil,
yeah, I do.
and I do it. I have it on my phone and I have it on my computer, and I will do that.
But you'll do it, as I say, during when we're watching television or a movie or whatever. I have gotten to the point where I'm out of doing it at home. And I take that
You
little
take it
book
with
with
you,
me on trips.
yeah, or when you're sitting in a doctor's office or something
Yeah,
waiting.
right, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I can't honestly say I like the brain games, but I know they're good for you.
right.
And so I allow 15 minutes or so each day to do it. And I'm done.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I do.
But you do a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing backgammon
Yes.
on my phone for years and
Mhm.
years. I don't know whether I could actually sit down with a backgammon board and play against an opponent,
Well, we
because
used to.
I'm always playing against the computer,
Yeah,
and all. And so sometimes I'll play and the computer will miss an opportunity to jump me and
mhm.
send me back. And
Really?
yeah,
I'm surprised.
and I'll see it,
I'm
but
surprised.
it depends on the level that you're playing. But I do almost every day. I do at least 3 solitaire games.
I
Um,
never could get into that.
yeah, I mean, I do regular solitaire. I do a pyramid solitaire.
Mhm.
Uh,
And how long does
it's,
each game take you?
uh, 3 minutes
Oh, well, that's not much.
or so. Yeah, it doesn't take an awful lot. I have puzzle games that I
Yeah,
do
I've seen you do
sometimes.
that.
In fact, I even do on my phone. I'll do a 100-piece jigsaw
I know,
puzzle.
I don't know how you do that, because the phone is so small, it's not like you have a huge phone. And
Yeah,
I couldn't do that. I need to do it on a computer.
but the point is, it's challenging your reflexes.
Mhm.
Like, for instance, some of them that you're doing, you're working against a clock.
No, oh, yes, I am, you're right, yeah,
Sometimes it's a
yes,
countdown and everything.
yeah,
So not only do you have to have the coordination of,
mhm,
but you've got to have the ability to try
correct,
and do it quickly to
right,
beat the clock out. Uh, when I do, for instance, Sudoku,
mhm,
I'm always, it always records how long it takes for me to complete the puzzle.
correct, mine
And it
too.
lists your like top 10 best times.
Mhm,
And so you're always trying to beat
beats, right,
one of those times.
right,
There's other times that I just sit and I do it slowly, and I'm trying to do it, and I'll do it different ways. Uh, but the important thing is, I think brain games are good for anybody, no matter what age you are. I mean, for seniors, yeah, especially because it kind of keeps that sharpness, and it helps with the eye coordination and your reflexes
Yeah,
in order
it
to do
does.
something with some of the games, and I would promote it from that standpoint. But young people do it too. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
for instance, there's a thing we get pop-ups on the phone all the
Mhm.
time. And the latest one is Saga, is it Saga Crush Saga
I see them and I just,
something, and
erase it.
it's the same person playing a dual role, and the one says, "Oh my God, oh my God, I just beat the Candy Crush Saga." That's it,
Yeah,
and the other one says, "What?" So, yeah, I just played the last one. I played the last, but there's 120,000 games. And you stop and you think there are some games out there that have 120,000 levels, and there are people that are so addicted to it that they will play until they get to that last level.
that's my fear with our grandson or the young kids out there that are doing this gaming and they're doing all these different
Something like
games.
Minecraft and
Yeah,
yeah.
because some of that is leveling up.
Yeah,
It's not
well,
good.
that's the other thing is, the war games, the
Mhm,
speed, the
mhm,
speed games,
mhm.
and all that people will sometimes get so addicted to them that they've got to play and play and play and
So
play.
my answer to that is, it's great to go through all the brain games, do all that, it's very good. But when I'm done with my brain games, then I go to my
Then
meditation.
you go to your meditation.
And that's when they say you can really, that is also good because it's quiet time. You're
It
focusing on one thing.
takes off the edge.
And you're focusing.
Yeah.
It teaches you how to focus, and it's kind of hard when you're used to being up and around and working and this, that, and then you gotta be quiet for a certain length of time.
Well, and again, it goes back to some of those brain games that people play. I'll just play one more. I'll play one more.
Yeah.
Or oh, I just hit a new level. I'm just
Mhm.
going. I'll play a little bit more, and it's almost like an addiction.
It is. It is
You
an
get to it,
addiction.
and very often you do that. Sometimes I will put on my earbuds or something and just put
Right,
soft music.
right,
Again, it's to relax those brain waves. You've
right,
supercharged them, and now you
right.
need
Now it's
to,
time to pare down and take it easy.
yeah,
Well, I think we have this under control.
doing okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think we're at a good point. We're not doing too much or too little. Just enough to get us through and make us live another year
Well,
or five.
yeah, and our show is a no-brainer. I mean, some people would probably call it a brain game, or maybe after they watch our show, they have to go sit back and
Digest it, meditate
and
it.
I need to meditate. I need to calm myself because the two of them just
We understand. We feel the same way.
we understand. So just take it easy and come back and see us again next week. Okay? Does that work for you?
That works for me.
Okay, bye.
Bye.